What's up? Guess what time it is? Well, it is time to take you on a little adventure. In Lake Okeechobee. Beautiful Lake Okeechobee. We're back in the marsh, guys, and we're gonna do, y'all loved it last time, and everybody's been asking for another one, another mystery tackle box challenge. That's right. We're gonna open this box up, we're gonna see what's inside of it, and hopefully catch fish on some, if not all, of these lures in here. I'm gonna talk about them as well. So thank you, Mystery Tackle Box, for sending this down to me. And thank you, Lake Okeechobee, for being so darn beautiful. That's right, let's get after it. All right, Mystery Tackle Box, guys. This is the Pro Series box right here. You know, I've been a big fan of Mystery Tackle Box for a long time. Here's why. It exposes you to brand new lures. Lures that you might not have ever thought about buying at a store. You open the box up, there's stuff in there like, wow, I've heard of that, or I've never seen that. I'm gonna try it. You catch fish on it. It's kind of a cool little thing. It's really expanded my horizons on fishing with different types of lures. So we're out here in Lake Okeechobee. I have no idea what's in this box. I'm hoping there's some stuff that's gonna be good for grass. If there's not, we'll have to make some adjustments, but I'm gonna talk about it. But let's see what's in here. Are you ready to open up the box? Let's see, here we go. Sound effects, please. Bam, look at that. Okay, first off, let's see what we've got here. All right, right out of the gate. And I have actually known about these things for a little while, but I have never fished with one. And it is the 10,000 fish, which they make lots of cool stuff, by the way. I've heard a lot about these guys lately. This is the Shimmer shad. It's like a fluke, okay? So it's a little soft-bodied fish, little shad, right? It's got a little strip of strobes in it, which is kind of cool, strobes, so I guess they flash. Look at that flashing. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So I can see a lot of uses for these, not only here on Lake Okeechobee, but pretty much everywhere I go. This will be something I'll be picking up at a store very, very soon. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna fish with that. We have, oh yeah, the click bait. This is the Jigging Squad chatterbait. I'm pretty excited about this thing right here, guys. I've fished with it. I've caught fish on it. It's been pretty good. We're gonna give it a shot right out here. I'm gonna try to match it up with a couple little things that'll be kind of cool. So that right there should be, that's a really good bait for Lake Okeechobee. So those two things right now are gonna be spot on. Now, this right here, guys, if y'all are into chatterbaits and swim jigs and stuff like that, the Lake Fork Magic Shad is kind of the one that a lot of pros were putting on the back of their chatterbaits and on the back of their spinnerbaits and even swim jigs, junking it through the grass. So that's a really cool, that's a really good value, that's a really good deal right there. I use this particular color, that particular size, everything for years. It's kind of a little secret. I'm actually a little bothered that it's in this box right now. But we'll talk about that later, Mystery Tackle Box. Magic shad, that's really a good one for here. All right, we got a pack of hooks, EWG hooks. I'm sure those will be fine. We'll try those out. Now, I've heard also a lot about the tightrope jig. This little jig right here, pretty cool stuff, 1/4 ounce. I'm sure that this jig will work well, especially if I can find one on a bed. Should be pretty cool. We'll match it up with a nice little trailer. And then the rattlebot. I love the name, rattlebot. I mean, it just makes me want to throw it just because it's awesome name, rattlebot. What'd you catch them on, Scott? How'd you win the rattlebot? Like, I just want to say that one day, rattlebot. Love it. Sounds good too. But all that I think will work. So now it's time to go see if it'll work. So the first bait, let's try the 10,000 fish Shimmer shad. This is again a little fluke style bait. You can rig it like I'm gonna do right now on a regular EWG hook, or you can fish it on the back of like a click bait or something like that. So it's really kind of a multi-purpose lure, but I love the way that it looks. I love the realism with the eyes. Eyes are beautiful. Really a sharp looking bait. I think there's a couple ways to fish it too. One is to just twitch it along the surface, cover water, get that reaction. And the other way is what we call dead sticking. And I'll show you all about that. It's when you pitch it in the holes and just let it flutter down to the bottom. If there's a fish in there spawning or hanging out, a lot of times we'll pick it up. All right, so you can cast it around. What you want to do is look for holes in the grass and try to twitch it around the holes. Holes like right there. Holes like right there with the bass in the bed. Like literally we stopped the boat, dude, on top of a pretty nice fish. Like there is legit a fish right there. I don't know if he'll bite, like we're literally sitting on top of him. And I'll show you what I mean. Yeah. So I'm just letting it sink down and I'm just twitching it on the bottom. This could be a good spot for the jig. We might have to do a little switch up. All right, so look, we obviously wanted to start with the Shimmer shad, and I think we're gonna catch a fish on that, no problem. But because we see one on a bed, this is a great opportunity to try the tightrope jig. This one right here is a 1/4 ounce green pumpkin blue. Pretty cool. Again, I've heard a lot about these guys right here, the tightrope jig. So Mystery Tackle Box, this Pro Box right here is full of some stuff that is kind of hot right now, which is awesome. This little jig right here, I'm gonna take this jig, now look, I'm gonna be straight with you. This is not an Okeechobee jig, right? I'm gonna catch a fish on it most likely, but this is not an Okeechobee jig. You're gonna need a heavier duty, more weedless style jig here, as you can see behind us. But everywhere else, reservoirs, Lake Lanier, Lake Champlain, it doesn't matter. Like reservoirs, Lake Cumberland, smallmouth, spotted bass, that jig right there, that thing's scrumptious, okay? So let's do this. Now I bought a pack of these 10,000 fish. Sagoshi bugs. Never fished with these either, but I did buy a pack the other day. Let's put this on the back of it and see what happens. But guys, I'm telling you right now, this little deal, Sagoshi bug, this little jig by Tightrope, pretty sweet little setup right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, that right there, 100% spotted bass, smallmouth, all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not gonna wanna put braid on that one. We're gonna put some fluorocarbon. All right, so let's see what happens here. This might be a good little deal right here. All right, so I can't get this. He's a little spooky. We're like literally sitting on top of him, but here's what I do know. Between this Sagoshi bug and this little jig, the Shimmer shad, we're gonna find some more fish right here behind us. I mean, that right there is dang juicy. Flipping bite's gonna get good. There's another bed right there. They're everywhere. Okay, so the one way that I like to fish it is just literally just cast it out. Long cast. Here on Okeechobee, I do have braid. And I'm just twitching it, right? I'm just twitching it along, and it's just real erratic on the surface. It's just doing this. And I'll just twitch it. There's, oh, got one. Just like that, guys. Okay. It might be the quickest how-to video on the planet. That is not a giant one, but it doesn't matter because I was showing you how to do it. To twitch it like this, and then, oh, there he is. See, that's how we do it right there. All right, so we've graduated from that technique pretty quickly, guys. But I'm going to show you a couple other ways to fish this. It's kind of cool. So far, I'm liking this thing a lot. Guys, that is so cool, right? I mean, we get the Shimmer shad out of the box. I'm like, all right, let me show you what's up with this thing. I've never fished with it before, but I like it. Now, here's what this thing's doing. This is why the Shimmer shad's so cool, that I just figured this out. As I watched it through the water, I'm seeing it flash, right? That's why they call it the Shimmer shad. So as this thing's darting through the water, look at that reflection right there, that reflection tape, that little strobe in there. It's literally flashing, right? It's flashing. So here's what's gonna be really cool in a minute. When I show you the hole, this is I pitch it in the hole, let it drop down technique. That thing, as it sinks, it goes like this, and it's flashing, it's strobing the whole way down. There's not another lure out there that does that. So that, I like it. I like it. I will be ordering more Shimmer shads for sure. Oh, right there. I see it right there in that little patch. Oh, wow. There he is. He's got it. He's got it. Oh. Dang, guys. I missed him. I pitched it over there to that hole and let it sink down. He went dunk, dunk, dunk. Yeah, he's off. Dang. Oh. All right, so luckily we have two more. We don't want to do that again. I don't know why that line broke. That's 50-pound braid. But guys, I was wrapped up in the reeds. You saw that. That fish hit, wrapped me around the reeds. When I set up on him, he was locked up. And those cattails on Okeechobee, that's why you fish with braid. I mean, like honestly, people say, well, why don't you fish with fluorocarbon? Because you'll get your feelings hurt. Like this is the only lake in the country, like I literally fish braid on everything just for that reason. Because here on Okeechobee, guys, you have no idea. Like, it could be any cast is a 10-pounder. And when they wrap you up in that stuff right there, 12-pound fluorocarbon, I mean, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's over. It's over. Just late in the season, they get a little spooky. What I'm doing, guys, I'm letting it sink, right? So it's different from what I was doing a minute ago, where I was twitching it the whole time on the surface. I'm pulling it up, and I'm trying to cast it into a series of holes, and just letting it flutter down. It's like this, guys. Just like it comes to these little holes, and it just shimmies down. Look at it flashing. Look at that flashing. That is so cool. Oh yeah. So I don't know if we'll catch one dropping it like this. I need to move on here in a minute, but we're gonna try the jig out. If I can find one on a bed, or maybe flip it around some of these reeds. And then, you know, the clickbait is something that we're gonna fish for sure, but we have to find a little bit more open water. Now, it's back in here, it's starting to open up just a little bit, thinning out, and that's a good clickbait area. Or moving out to the outside edge here could be another option for us. So dude, there's beds everywhere. This is crazy. So guys, there's like a whole series of beds right through here. It's pretty open. So what I'm gonna do is, and I can't see real good because the wind's blowing, I am going to switch now to the little jig, and I'm gonna drag it around. It's open enough there that I saw a couple fish move. It's open enough that I think I can drag this around in there and probably get bit. This is not what this jig was intended for. Promise you. Sagoshi bug, 1/4 ounce jig, cattails, Lake Okeechobee. But I think we can catch one. There's holes in this grass right here. There's enough beds around. Like, this is a nice little open spot right here. I mean, if one sees it, he's gonna get it. The question is the hook gonna hold up? Is the line gonna hold up if I get a real big one on? There he is. There he is. Could have got him. Got him. Got him. Look at that one, guys. Look at that one. Little Shigoshi bug. Come here, dude. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. A little better fish. Not bad. Picked it up right there in that little sand hole. You know, here on Okeechobee, they're spawning, and they are kind of finishing up, to be honest with you. I saw a lot of beds already, but that's a little male that was just kind of guarding. Just pitching it right through there. A nice little bass. Look at the head on that thing. Pretty cool little dude right there. All right, guys, tightrope jig, Sagoshi bug. Nice bass right there, Lake Okeechobee. It held up, right? I was worried about it because that hook is not an Okeechobee hook, but it did hold up just fine. It's not bent at all. And the weed guard, even though it's small, is working well. So let's do a little nice release on this dude. Nice old beautiful release. Here we go. Here we go, dude. Here we go. Here we go. See you, buddy. Take it easy, man. He's just like, I'm free. Yeah, you're free, go. So we're 2 for 2. Missed one doing the little drop technique. Maybe we can get one on that in a little bit. But now that we caught one on the jig, so we're going through the box pretty good. Let's rig up the clickbait. We're gonna have to find the right water for that because it's kind of too tight of quarters right here. It's too thick. We're gonna need to find some open water areas with that clickbait. Matter of fact, come on, let me show you how I rig it up. Guggen Squad clickbait. Okay, probably most of y'all have fished with a chatterbait, and that's basically what it is. They redesigned it though, and they have a patent on this as well, so this is not some copy. They redesigned the head, and pretty unique. Like I said, I've caught some fish on it. You know, I could put the magic shad on. It's like trying to pick up a freaking penny on the floor, you know what I mean? I can't get it out. How about we just do that right there? Okay, here, this one right here. Frustrating, guys, frustrating. Okay, all right, so we could use the magic shad on this bait, and it would work. I think it would. It's not matched up perfect, so I am gonna go for a Jigging Baits Saucy Swimmer on the back of this thing. I'll match it up. You know, that's the biggest thing with swim jigs, spinner baits, stuff like that. You really want to match the trailer to the skirt the best you can. So I put that Saucy Swimmer on the back of it. That is pretty juicy right there, guys. So again, I'm gonna rig this up on straight braid and you know, make long casts in the grass, try to keep it out of the super thick stuff, see if we can't get a reaction. So good hook, well built. I mean, that's some heavy duty wire right there. The one thing I will say about this bait, it's not gonna break anytime soon. I mean, this thing right here is built heavy duty. The head's nice, I love the eyes. The hook is good and sharp. Skirt's hand tied. So there's lots of bonuses here. Jigging Squad did a great job, you know, in conjunction with Catchco on this bait, so good stuff. All right, so guys, you'd think this bait would be completely tangled up in the grass all the time, but because of this big blade pushing water in the front, keeping this bait upright, it really comes to a lot more grass than you would realize. Like right now, I'm throwing it through some pretty thick stuff, and it's wiggling through there pretty good, guys. I mean, it's staying pretty clean. I got a little bit of some eelgrass on it right there on the blade, but the hook never really rolled into the hard grass. So that's really good stuff. That big blade's wobbling, creating a lot of noise, a lot of vibration. This bait right here will get, on average, a bigger bite, 100%. I've got this on a 7-foot, 2-inch favorite big sexy rod right here with 50-pound straight P-line braid. There he is. Just like that, guys. Watched him come right up and get the thing. Pretty cool. That didn't take long at all. That right there. Enough said, right? Enough said. That's a nice fish. Not a giant. Destroyed it. Coolest thing about that bite right there, I watched the fish come up behind the bait and literally eat it. That was cool right there. And you see why I have braid. As soon as I set the hook on him, got him up out of that grass, kept him up on the surface. So right there, challenge accepted, challenge won, clickbait right there. That took just maybe 5 casts. We got a nice fish off of it. So far, things in this box, they're working well. So good job, Mystery Tackle Box. Great job, Catchco, for designing some pretty cool lures. Right there, guys, awesome stuff. All right, now let's move on, catch another fish on something else. All right, this is kind of fun. I mean, the Mystery Tackle Box Challenge is always one of my favorite videos to do. Just because, you know, A, you never know what you're gonna get, and B, I like the challenge of it, right? I mean, that's kind of really what I'm about. That's why we're called the Scott Martin Challenge, yeah. So, this little bait right here, I don't know if I'm gonna put that on anything, but I'm gonna tell you right now, spinnerbait, clickbait, especially if you had like a green pumpkin clickbait, would work really, really well. That's a good one. You know, really the only thing left is probably the rattlebot, which I kind of like the rattlebot. I'm digging the rattlebot. Like, I wish I had the rattlebot at Knoxville about 2 weeks ago, because 100% would have jacked them up. Now, this is red, it's crawdad. I don't know if they'll eat the red. The water's a little muddy out there on the outside edge, and that's where we're gonna have to go to throw this thing. But I think we can get a bite on it. You know, there's some outside grass lines out there. Chunk this thing around, see what happens. Could be pretty cool. Listen to it. Sounds like a rattlebot. I'm gonna rig this up on 15-pound fluorocarbon. Now, when I'm fishing a lipless bait like this right here, my go-to, and I've experimented with so many different types of line over the years, and I will throw straight braid here on Okeechobee occasionally, but 15-pound P-line fluorocarbon, really any kind of fluorocarbon, to me is the #1 choice. And here's why. It allows the bait to get to its proper depth, like 4 foot, pretty consistently. It has the right vibration, right? You know, like that line is not too thick and not too thin. It's just kind of the right little vibration. And you can cast it really far. So 15-pound fluorocarbon on any of your lipless crankbaits is the line that I start with first, for sure. So let's crank up. We're gonna run out here to the outside, see if we can find a couple seagulls flying around. Chunk this thing around the outside edge of the grass. Seagulls around. You know what seagulls mean? Seagulls mean they're eating bait. Maybe they're eating crawdads. If they're eating crawdads, we're gonna catch one with our bite. It's definitely the wrong time of the year on Okeechobee for Mr. Rattlebot. If we catch one, it will be, and I should have actually put a disclaimer that I may not catch one. All right, it feels, ooh, it feels good. You can find them really big time early in the mornings or late in the evenings. Middle of the day like this, it's a little hard to find them because they don't show themselves. You see a bait flick or a seagull diving in the water, that's a big deal, but late in the evenings or early in the mornings, usually the seagulls will kind of show you where they're at. You see me twitching my rod on this deal too. It's a lot of the same, right? I'm twitching my rod to keep it clean. There's a little bit of grass out here, which is great. I'm glad there's grass out here. There's more grass on Okeechobee. Is that a bite now? More grass on Okeechobee this year than we've had in many, many years. I want to get back in there and sight fish. That's what I want to be doing. Matter of fact, last year, this same time last year, I had old Roberto, old Lunkers down with me, and yeah, here, take a look. This is what happened. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? It was actually, I think it was right in this same area. So this is the time of the year where there's still a lot of fish spawning. But what happens here on Okeechobee here shortly, which is fun, is I would say over half the fish are done spawning. That half population comes out here to this outside edge and they chew on shad. And then you still have the other half of the population still spawning. So it's an amazing time of the year to come to Okeechobee and fish. If you guys are thinking about a cool little spot for spring break, you come down to our marina. We have a giant resort there. We have a tiki bar on the water. We have boat rentals. We have guides you can hire. And we rent bass boats, guys. We rent bass boats. So you can literally come out here. We're not but 5 miles from Clewiston right now. You can come out here right to this same area and do what we're doing. So hotel rooms, condominiums, the whole 9 yards right here at our property. So we'll drop a link in the description down below for the marina, so definitely check it out. Come down and see us. There. Yeah, that's a fish. That's a rattlebot, baby. No way. Do I got a fish? Oh, I got a good one. Look at that fish, guys. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, rattlebot, baby. Woohoo. Look at that. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Of all the things in that box, I was not feeling the rattlebot today just because of the conditions we're dealing with here. Post spawn fish, you can see how beat up this fish is. Look at that. Been up there spawning just recently. Choked the rattlebot. Guys, wow, that's awesome. This is fun, right? I mean, rattlebot produced, might be the biggest fish today too. As you can see out here on this outside edge, water gets a little darker. All right, well, that's it, guys. Challenge. Hey, we came here. We came here with a box in hand on Lake Okeechobee, and we wanted to catch something special, and we did that, thanks to Mr. Rattlebot. So let's let this fish go. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about this mystery tackle box deal. You're not gonna miss this. It's pretty good stuff. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. Oh, slick, huh? That's patented, by the way, so I'll be trying it. All right, guys, that is a wrap right now. Mystery tackle box. That was a lot of fun, guys. I enjoy doing these because, you know, again, I get to see lures. I get to fish with lures that I normally wouldn't buy or even, you know, had a chance to pick up at a store. And like that Shimmer shed, game on. I'm going to be buying that. The Guggen Squad clickbait, it did its job. The little jig is pretty sexy too. But also, you know, we've got the Pro Box in freshwater. But did you know that Mystery Tackle Box has a saltwater Pro Box as well? Check this out, guys. So if you're into saltwater fishing, you're watching this and you're saying, hey, I wish I had something for saltwater. Well, guess what? They have it for saltwater right here. Look at all these different baits in here. Look at that cool thing right there, like a mullet looking thing by Weston. They've got the GT shrimp right here by Storm. They've got jig heads. They've got all kind of cool stuff in here for your saltwater anglers. So guys, Mystery Tackle Box is not only for your freshwater anglers, they got your bases covered. So guys, if you know somebody that loves fishing, Mystery Tackle Box is a fantastic idea for them for a gift. Also, you're gonna save up to 40% off on retail with these lures in this box right here. So it's a great value. You know, so, and again, you know, for me, again, I've talked about it several times. It allows me to discover new lures, right? And that's a big deal because lures are tools. I have discovered some really cool lures over the last couple of years using Mystery Tackle Box and gained confidence in some of these baits. So guys, if you want to save $10 off on your first box, all you have to do is go to Mystery Tackle Box. Go to the link, go to this link right here, right? Or the link in the description, and be sure to type in the word Scott, okay? Type in the word Scott, you're gonna save $10 off on your first box. And that's it. So guys, thank you for hanging out. And hey, do come down and see us. Lake Okeechobee's on fire right now, guys. Lots of fish being caught. The weather's great, of course, and a lot of fun. So thank you. We'll see you. Bam!